Hello, hello. It is Erica with Holy Rustic, and I have a little surprise. We're going to do a 12 days of Christmas, so I'm going to come live here and paint something with you and then offer you a discount on that particular item for the next 12 days. So I thought we would start with this cute Christmas cookie door hangers. So give me just a second here to get everything set up, and then we will get started. If you come in, say hey, let me know that you're here and that you're watching. We're just gonna paint together. So give me just a moment. I just want to be sure we're in the right spot here. There we are. All right, so this is one of our Christmas door hangers, and I know it might be a little late in the season to be creating for this year, but you can always paint it and have it up for next year. And who's to say you can't bake Christmas cookies in January? So if you're watching, say hey, let me know that you're here, and let me know what your favorite type of Christmas cookies are. I've never met a Christmas cookie I didn't like. I like all the Christmas cookies, but so let me know what your favorite Christmas cookie is. Just sharing this on my other pages real quick, and then I'm gonna pull it up so I can see the comments over here. Okay, so we are ready to go. All right, so this one is a shiplap design for the background. And then we have a little mixer and some cookies and lots of words. So we're just gonna get started. I guess we'll start with the background first. So I'm gonna move my little cookie pieces over here and move my words over this way. And I'm going to start by painting this. I'll just dry brush it with some brown. So let me know how your day's going. It's Wednesday, I think. I can never keep track of the days. Alright, let's see. Let's do a little bit of, I don't really want that brown. Let's try this one. All right, that should be good. So these are available on the website if you would like to get you one to paint for the holidays. This is one of my favorite designs that we released last month. I just love it. I can always remember my grandma baking Christmas cookies with her. It's one of our favorite things to do at the holidays. I have not baked any Christmas cookies yet this year, so need to do that. We usually get together, my mom and my sister and my grandma, and we just make a day of it where we all just bake cookies. And we just make a whole bunch, and then we split them up so everybody has a variety, but you don't end up with 24 of the same kind, which is nice. So I love to have different kinds of Christmas cookies. Right. That base coat goes on pretty fast. You could do this in any color, but I thought a brown would be nice here for our background. And let's see if our dryer's plugged in here. It is, it is. So let me know what your favorite type of Christmas cookie is. We always make like Mexican wedding cake cookies and sugar cookies. My mom makes some amazing sugar cookies, and they're fun to decorate. We don't get not too fancy when I decorate sugar cookies, but icing and sprinkles is good. I wish I could do the really nice icing, you know, and make them look really pretty, but it's just not my thing. I guess I'd never taken the time to learn it, so maybe that's it. And we like snickerdoodles and gingerbread cookies. Alright, I think that is just about dry. It's a little spotty paint, but I think it'll be okay. It's just where the paint's still drying there. Alright, so there is our base coat of our board. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to work on our little mixer piece here. So this is a cute little mixer that goes with on your door hanger, and I think we'll paint it red. I have a red KitchenAid mixer myself, so I'll make this guy red. My husband bought me that mixer several years ago when we were still dating, and I love it. It's very handy. A little messy. All right. So it's got some holly that goes on it down here. We'll take this across the bottom, and we'll make our bowl gray, I think, so it looks kind of silver. We usually make those little peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kisses in them. We make peanut butter balls. Some people call them Buckeyes, but we call them peanut butter balls. We dip them completely in the chocolate. Usually when people call them Buckeyes, they leave, you know, part of the peanut butter sticking out at the top, but I like all the chocolate, so. Try that, and let's find a gray here. It should work. This one's almost empty. That should be enough. See, I think I'll just make this bowl come down right to about here. We are just about ready to release some new designs this month. I think we're gonna go with some nice winter designs and maybe a couple Valentine's Day things as well. creating ahead of time for the holidays or when it's actually the holidays. Are you ready to start painting Valentine's Day stuff yet? It's hard when you're a crafter because you have to be so ahead of the holidays so you have time to get it done and then have, you know, set it up and enjoy it before the holidays get here. My husband is always complaining that I decorate too early, but I'm just ready by the time it gets here to put up all my fun things. All right, so I think we'll do this part silver as well, or gray. It look kind of silver. That red's a little wet there. Try this. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's add a few details to this before we move on. I need some black and some white. All right. Just add a couple little details here. Kind of separate these pieces out. Show where the top of the bowl is. Oops, I dipped in the red. All right, black. I'm gonna just go around our bowl a little bit. Just to give them a little definition. And then I think I'll do some little white details around the mixer. So what I do, like when I'm outlining things like this, I like to do little broken lines. It's easier, I think, to make them a little straighter and a little more complete. And your eye kind of fills in the little details without you having to do you know, all the way around. And when you go all the way around, your brush tends to kind of like push down in places, and your lines get thicker in some spots and thinner in some spots. And it's just harder to be a little more consistent. So if you struggle with the little details like this, that is my recommendation. Kind of break those lines up a little bit, and it's a little bit easier. And your eye, it fills it in. It still looks like one complete line. All right, so there's our little mixer. Let's do a little highlight here on our bowl. Just for fun, and maybe up here on this section. Cute. All right. And we've got our little holly pieces that go on here. So we need some green. This one has quite a lot of pieces, so I like to just kind of do each individual portion and then kind of put them all together. You could do them all at once, you know, paint all the green parts and then all the red parts, I guess, if you wanted to. Sometimes that's what I do. All right. So if you guys are commenting, I'm not seeing any comments, so I apologize. I'm not ignoring you. They're just not coming through on my end. These have little 3D berries, so don't have to worry about the berry part down there. So I'm just going to do the leaves. There we go. And then we'll do our little berries. This one. There we go. All right, we'll dry this. And we'll go ahead and do some little white details on our holly leaves here. Cute. Let's just go ahead and glue these little berries on. I'll tell you what, we'll just glue them to the mixer too while we're doing it. That way it's ready to go. And that piece there. It's got this cute little 3D berries on it. Love it. All right, and then we'll add just a little highlight to our berries so they stand out a little bit more. So there's our little mixer piece. So cute. All right, let's set him over to the side. That paint was wet down there and I stuck my finger in it. Let me fix that. All right, set that over to the side. we've got our little cookies here. So a little snowflake cookie and Christmas tree cookie and gingerbread and candy cane. So let's do the snowflake in blue and white. Probably just use a bigger brush. All right. And I think that's the only part that's blue. So for the white, we're going to paint this and this, the bottom of our candy cane. If you're just popping in, we are just painting a little Christmas cookie door hanger. It says we're probably in here baking Christmas cookies. Is my personal favorite design from last month's design release. It is available on our website. If you would like to get one to get painted up. Might not have it painted in time for this year, but it'd be all ready for next year. When you pull it out next year, you'd have a cute little door hanger to put up. And let me know what your favorite type of Christmas cookie is. We love baking Christmas cookies. I have not made any yet so far this year, but definitely want to do that soon so we can enjoy them. Not sure what I like to go on Pinterest each year and find new recipes. We have our old standbys, but I love finding new cookie recipes to try out. So if you have one that you love, let me know, because I'm always looking for new recipes for cookies. Okay, so I think that's the white parts of the cookie parts here. These are supposed to look like little sugar cookies, I think. Let's see. Let's try these real quick here. I think I want to add just a little details to the snowflake here. So maybe I'll do that with the blue. I've got blue paint all over my fingers. So just put a few little details on this guy. There we go. And then he's going to sit on there. Cute. All right. We've got our candy cane. So I guess we'll just do the whole thing white, and then we'll come back and paint the red stripes. Probably the best way to do that. And I'm going to add just a touch of blue. Might have been a touch too much to the white. There we go. And we'll come back and paint the stripey parts there and put Mr. Gingerbread's pieces over there. he needs to be brown. Definitely want him to be a darker brown than we did the base. There we go. Little gingerbread boy. And we'll do our tree in a green color. Cute. All right, so let's try these. I'm gonna work on our candy cane. So we'll do the little stripes here. One more. Here we go. I'm gonna add just some white details because this is supposed to look like a sugar cookie. So I want just a little shine there, and then maybe just a little stripe down. That looks good. Dry that and glue that together. There we go. There's our little candy cane cookie. I did not glue this one. I'm going to go ahead and glue the snowflake cookie together too. There we go. Right, Christmas tree cookie. There it is. And let's do some little dots on here to look like sprinkles. Black and my red. Let's see if we can get just a smidge more red. It's not black. There we go. All right. So there's our little Christmas tree cookie. I've got our little gingerbread cookie. Pick up some white to do this outside edge like icing. he has 3 little buttons. Probably should tape these down, but that's okay. Just make it work. There we go. 3 little buttons. All right, and a bow tie, make that red maybe. Let's see. These little tiny pieces can be a challenge to paint. All right, and then his little smile, make that white. All right, and let's give him some eyes. A little bit of white in his eyes. There we go. That's cute. I'm gonna do just a few little swipes of white in here. And there's our little gingerbread boy. All right, so we'll set those cookies over to the side. We have all of our words here. This one has a lot of words. All right, so we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna paint those last. I'm gonna paint all of these first, I think. So let's make sure I've got them all turned over the right way, and hopefully I'm not missing any. I should tape these down, but I don't have any tape in here right now, so I'm just gonna make this work. So these little makeup sponges, and we usually send one in your kit, if you get a kit. They work really well for these little, the thinner pieces. If you use a paintbrush on there, the paint's just gonna go everywhere. So it's much faster and cleaner to just pounce a little paint on with a sponge. And if you like a little bit, you know, brighter look, you want your paint to be a little thicker, you could always let the first coat dry and then come back over it and give it a second coat. And these guys, you can use them for lots and lots of different colors, lots of times. You don't have to just use it once. You can clip it and use it over and over again until you've used the whole thing. That's why I wanted to paint these words first, because I'm going to do the Christmas and the cookies in the teal from the snowflake. So I wanted to be sure to do the white first, since we'd already used it for the gingerbread. All right, almost there. Make sure I'm not missing any. I think this is all of them. And this paint, because we're just sponging it on, it's going to dry really fast on these letters. So they will be ready to glue down. All right, we'll move those guys to the side and we'll work on our Christmas cookies. I'm going to do this in the teal. cookies. Christmas. All right, let's try this real quick. I think it could use a second coat just to brighten it up a little bit. Been busy this morning getting stuff together for our creative outlet box. This is just about ready to go out. I can't wait to share that with you. If you're not in our creative outlet box, or you don't know what the creative outlet box is, it is our once a month subscription box that comes with usually 3 different projects. Usually a project that's a little bit more in depth, and then a couple smaller projects. And usually like some motivation or inspirational stuff to go with it. All right. You know what I think this needs? Some sparkle. So let me see what I've got over on my shelf here. I think it would look really cute with a little bit of glitter. I'm going to grab. Some of this shimmers. Should I put the shimmers on the Christmas cookie words or on the little cookies? What do you think? Let me know. I love, these are some of my favorite sparkles. They're called Enchanted Shimmers, and it is so sparkly. Let me find a dry spot on my paint plate here. It's not chunky glitter. It's just, it's kind of like holographic looking. I think I'm going to put it on the words. To pick up on the camera here in a second after I get it on here to show you, but they make it in different colors. So this is gold, but they have like a mermaid, like a silver. But I just love the way sometimes the glitters are real chunky and they don't brush on super well, and so you end up with chunks in some spots and then no glitter in other spots. But I love the way this is super fine glitter, and it just gives it just a little sparkle without being too chunky and in your face. So let me see if I can get it to, I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. Oh, it does a little bit. See how that's just, it's just super fine glitter. Ignore the fact that I have paint all over my fingers already. Anybody else a messy painter? I cannot paint without getting it all over me. I always tell people that's the fun part. If you're wearing paint, you're having fun. But it dries perfectly clear, and then you just get that nice little shimmer. But it's not chunky like, you know, some of the glitter paints tend to be real chunky, and you just end up with these big chunks of glitter in your paint. I'm gonna put some on the cookies too. Whoa! I'm gonna put some on our candy cane. Should I put some on the Christmas tree and the gingerbread man? I don't know if they're, I think they're dry. everything's better with glitter. Do you like to craft with glitter? Are you a glitter person? I am 1000% a glitter person. Love glitter. All right, so just put a little bit on the gingerbread man there. You can't really tell until they dry. And then once it dries, it is so sparkly. All right, I think we're ready to put this puppy together. So let's move these pieces over here and get our board back out. Here it is. Almost not enough room there. Okay. There we go. All right, I guess we should put the words on first so we make sure we have room. Let's just bring all of the letters over here. It's like Scrabble. All right. So it says we're, and it to go kind of up here. I am not going to worry about these being perfectly straight. I think they're going to look a little cute if they're kind of wonky. So we're going to go with it. Plus, it saves me from having to like be super particular about them. Probably. Probably. P R Whoops. It's running away from me. So, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough room. I probably should have put this over a little bit. Let's just scooch them. We'll scooch them.
Gotta make sure we leave room for
The mixer. All right, P-R-O-B-A. B. Y. Still not quite enough room there. That'll work though. Tilt some of these a little bit more so it looks a little more intentional and maybe not like I just messed them all up. Okay, so we're probably, and then it says in here, in H E R E and then baking, B-A-K-I-N-G. Good, we didn't lose any letters. Woo. We're probably in here baking. Just kind of make sure that we're somewhat even. I think it needs to go this way. touch up those glue spots here in a minute. All right, Christmas cookies. Christmas cookies. And then our little mixer will go down here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Christmas. There we go. And cookies. And this one has the shiplap lines, so you can use those to kind of line things up if you like it to be a little straighter. All right, let's put some glue on our mixer. There we go. And then we've got all our little cookies to put on here. So there's a little gingerbread guy. And our little snowflake cookie. And our candy cane. And our Christmas tree. There we go. Cute. Right, I'm gonna touch up here just a smidge. Where is that? Flip them around. Maybe. I gotta find that brown. What was right here? We just used, oh, it's right in front of my face. All right, I'm just gonna touch up the glue spots just a little where I moved these around. There we go. There we go. And touch up a few of these letters I smudged with my fingers. And there we have it. A cute little Christmas cookie door hanger. So what do you think? Let me know if you like this design. Let me know what your favorite Christmas cookies are. And then stay tuned. I'm going to drop a link for a discount code that will only be good for today for this particular item. And I will be back tomorrow to paint with you again for the second day of Christmas. So I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you real soon. Bye, y'all.